Welcome back to my channel. I bring to you a sad, shocking and disturbing story. Story pen Joe Marino, Patrick Riley. ISIS takes responsibility for Moscow concert shooting that killed 40, injured over 100. At least 40 people were massacred and more than 100 others were wounded after several gunmen opened fire during a concert in Moscow on Friday, according to Russian officials. ISIS claimed responsibility for the attack in a brief statement posted on Telegram on its affiliated news agency AMAC, CNN reported. The terrorist group did not provide any evidence to substantiate their claim. Disturbing video posted online showed at least 5 gunmen in military uniforms shooting screaming civilians with automatic weapons as others ducked for cover at the Crocus City Hall, where Russian rock band Picnic was about to take the stage for a sold-out show. Other footage shows the men firing at concertgoers at point-blank range below the venue's entrance sign as bloody bodies lay motionless on the ground. Russian media reports said that the assailants threw explosives, triggering the massive blaze at the hall, which can hold more than 6,000 people. Video showed flames and black smoke light up the night sky as scores of ambulances, fire trucks and law enforcement flocked to the chaotic scene. Helicopters dropped water on the building as responders evacuated around 100 people from the basement, Russian media reported. The fire caused the venue's roof to collapse. Russia's Federal Security Service, the country's main domestic security and counterterrorism agency, confirmed that 40 people were dead and 100 hurt. The prosecutor's office said several men in combat fatigues entered the concert hall and fired on concertgoers. Suddenly there were bangs behind us, shots. A burst of firing, I do not know what, one witness who asked not to be named told Reuters. A stampede began, everyone ran to the escalator, the witness said. Everyone was screaming, everyone was running. Volleys of gunfire can be heard ringing out repeatedly in videos posted by Russian media. None of the venue's security guards had guns, according to reports. No group has claimed responsibility for the attack, which comes just days after Russian President Vladimir Putin secured his grip on the country for another 6 years in a landslide election victory. It was not immediately clear what happened to the attackers. Some Russian outlets reported they fled before special forces and riot police arrived. On March 8, the U.S. Embassy in Moscow warned American citizens about the threat of terrorist attacks in Moscow, specifically at concerts. The embassy is monitoring reports that extremists have imminent plans to target large gatherings in Moscow, to include concerts, and U.S. citizens should be advised to avoid large gatherings over the next 48 hours, the embassy said at the time. The mass shooting is one of the deadliest attacks in Russia in years. Russia's foreign ministry called it a bloody terrorist attack. The entire world community is obliged to condemn this monstrous crime, Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova said. All efforts are being thrown at saving people. White House National Security Advisor John Kirby called the videos and images from the attack hard to watch. Our thoughts are going to be with the victims of this terrible, terrible shooting attack, Kirby said. There are some moms and dads and brothers and sisters and sons and daughters who haven't gotten the news yet. This is going to be a tough day, Kirby said. There was no indication at this time that Ukraine or Ukrainians were involved in the shooting. Zakharova demanded to know how the U.S. could know Ukraine was not involved. She said Washington should immediately pass any information it had to Moscow, or stop making such statements. On what basis do officials in Washington draw any conclusions in the midst of a tragedy about someone's innocence? Zakharova said. Kirby told reporters that he does not believe the embassy's warning earlier this month was related to Friday's attack. When asked if the U.S. had any prior information about the assault, Kirby said he is not aware of any advanced knowledge that we had of this terrible attack. Ukrainian presidential advisor Mikhailo Podolyak claimed Kyiv had absolutely nothing to do with these events in a video message posted on Telegram. Hours before the attack, the Russian military paralyzed Ukraine's electrical grid after targeting power sources, leaving more than 1 million people without power. Security at Moscow's airports and railway stations was tightened in response to the shooting. All mass gatherings have been cancelled for the weekend in the capital city, the mayor announced. A terrible tragedy occurred in the shopping center Crocus City today, Moscow Mayor Sergei Sobyanin said. I am sorry for the loved ones of the victims. The Kremlin said Putin is aware of Friday's attack. The president constantly receives information about what is happening and about the measures being taken through all relevant services. The head of state gave all the necessary instructions, spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said. Please subscribe, comment, like, share and follow for more content. If you would like to support my channel, please send it to Cash App $Director 327. Thank you for your gift, it is greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel.